Good evening and happy Thanksgiving, USA, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, Canada, 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, misunderstood lonely nomad, creator, unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging with me on the 208th episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast. And I hope y'all had a great time at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. I'm sorry I couldn't get to it yesterday because of a glitch and the fact that my Wi-Fi was basically disabled. So I do apologize to that, and I'm not sure if anybody saw it in the Insta story and the post that I did. So I'm actually back here to actually redo episode 208 for you folks right here. So that way, you wouldn't have to worry about the messed up video that I did. So without further ado, if you miss any previous episodes, new and previous, don't worry, everything is already uploaded and posted. And of course, we're live and direct from StreamYard and alongside with StreamYard and YouTube, and alongside with myself is the Instagram live feed. So make sure you turn on your notifications so you can see me in action on Instagram live every week on each podcast episode. And the schedule goes is Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. All right. And of course, the episodes will be dropped Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So yeah, just wanted to get that out the way. And you are more than welcome to actually make a charitable donation to support this show right here, and along with the other shows that I do on a weekly basis. And by going to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G lowercase MONEY, capital S lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing the best you can on whatever amount you decide to donate will be appreciated. And you can rate us. You can rate this show right here with 5 stars by going to Podchaser, Podfriend, Apple Podcasts, and of course alongside with Spotify. 5 stars will be appreciated. And the most important thing here is to grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, where you see all the New York episodes on there. Everything is uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page. Tap that noni bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, along with the time of the recording as a reminder. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that's being discussed. More video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. And of course, tell a friend to another friend. Share the videos, share the episodes, download these episodes. Of course, make sure you listen, stream, and watch these episodes in case you miss any of them whatsoever. So yeah. Okay, so I'll explain where you could actually listen to the episodes on every streaming platform at the end of the show. And as I previously just said, I do apologize for not being able to get the video of the live stream and the audio because of the glitching of my live stream and the Wi-Fi situation. So I wanted to actually make sure I actually mention that for the second time in case anybody is new, and all that other stuff. So, um, without further ado, because in honor of Thanksgiving, I'm gonna actually start off with a little thing that I like to call actually, yeah, you know what? A little mental health check-in. Actually, hold on a second. That's not it. Sorry, that's not it. There it is. Yes, how I'm feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually this week, including Thanksgiving. Well, for me, overall, I am actually, I'm actually enjoying this, and I'm actually basically doing the best I can. I'm actually all right for the most part though. Um, and I'll say this though, overall, mentally, physically, spiritually, I am doing all right so far, which is pretty good. And of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there probably have a lot to be thankful for. And I wasn't really expecting to actually do this in this episode, but probably I was gonna do it in episode 209, but I'll probably do it in both, but who knows? But anyway, some things that I am thankful for. I am thankful for not only having a job, but also being able to be as successful in podcasting, especially passing over 200 episodes, which is which is a win for me. And I am like basically one episode away from episode 100 of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show, which I was supposed to record today, but I may record it today. And for the most part, I am going to act. If I don't record 209 today, most likely I'm going to try to see if I can record that on Saturday. So depends on how I feel and how much energy I have. Um, so yeah. So I'm thankful for having a job. I'm thankful for having a career. I'm thankful for not having multiple jobs because 9 times out of 10, it's not always it's not always a good thing though. It's basically screaming out a burnout. And me personally, I do work hard at where I work, which is Big Lots Supermarket. I do work hard. It's just I I I don't want to overwork myself and feeling drained and feeling tired and all the other stuff. It's just, and another thing, I'm also thankful that I am not one of those people who is a Scrooge as far as money is concerned. And for the most important part of me being thankful, I'm thankful for my sister, um, who basically, had me gave me an epiphany in terms of not being perfect, in terms of, the the affirmations, the the simple fact that she got me hooked on the 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 uh the Greek yogurt, which I've been so hooked on. Actually, it's pretty good actually, health wise actually. And the other day or two ago, someone was telling me about vegan yogurt, and I was asking my sister. I was asking my sister in regards to um if she ever heard of vegan yogurt, and she was telling me about Silk, and that they have it at Key Food. And I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that Stop and Shop and along with certain supermarkets probably got vegan yogurt as well. Here's the thing about that. It doesn't make any sense for me to actually go all the way to Manhattan to Trader Joe's just to get vegan yogurt, which is which is a heck of a trip. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not fucking going all the way to Manhattan to Trader Joe's just to get vegan yogurt, which is just beyond crazy though, man. But it was something that I had looked into online actually to see how it's made and all that other stuff. And speaking of which, a little earlier today, I didn't I the one particular national holiday I didn't even know about. And I saw it on Instagram earlier, and it's called National Soul Food Day, which is it's crazy, right? And I told my sister about this too, man. So yeah, it's just I may talk about that topic, National Soul Food Day. I'm gonna save that as a topic though, man. You know what I'm saying, for a future episode. So yeah. So what else am I thankful for? Of course, I'm thankful that I have some people to talk to and reach out to. And for the most part, I'm able to be able to meet amazing people in the Pokecha app, and sometimes on Instagram. And yes, sometimes I do. Yes, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do get lonely, but sometimes lonely is good. That way you don't have to worry about any drama. You feel what I'm saying? So so I just told you all this in the whole mental health check-in segment actually. So this is just a warm-up segment that I'm doing on a weekly basis. Whenever I'm starting an episode, I am basically, giving you a warm-up and stuff so I can actually build up and all the other stuff. So all right. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Thanksgiving. I know some people weren't able to go to Manhattan, New York. I may do a recap on what went down for Thanksgiving at the parade and stuff and where it was located. I may do a recap, so probably in the next episode. So there you go, right there. Now we're gonna get into a little thing right here that I like to call the New York Mass Transit Files right here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. So, let me just get to all right, so the marathon runners weren't the only ones moving in the Big Apple this past weekend. Subway ridership on Saturday and Sunday coinciding with the New York City Marathon top slamdemic era weekend records, reaching 2.45 million riders on Saturday and 2.1 million on Sunday, the day of the big race. That's well above the ridership seen on Marathon Day last year, and about 85% of the total ridership on the day of the last pre-slamdemic um, marathon in 2019. The city and the region are built on the success of mass transit, Lever said. You always hear me say that for New York. Mass transit is like air and water. We need it to survive. That's a heck of a fucking that's a heck of a metaphor, man. Oh man. Some 50,000 runners participated in the 26.2-mile road race through the five boroughs on Sunday. The first at full capacity since 2019, after being canceled in 2020 and scaled down in 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The race, won by Sharon Lokedi and Evans Chebet, both of Kenya, actually both from Kenya, was also watched by upwards of 3 million spectators itching for a glimpse of the runners in motion, Lieber said. Can you imagine this weekend being possible without people being able to jet around on the subway? Not possible. The transit honcho remarked, a five-borough marathon with 50,000 runners and 3 million spectators in the most densely populated city in the country just does not work without great mass transit. New Yorkers have been steadily returning to buses, subways, and commuter rail since the doldrums of the slamdemic, but ridership has languished at around 2/3 of pre-slamdemic levels for months, even as car traffic in the Big Apple has almost completely returned to baseline. MTA brass have argued that the rise of working from home has made it difficult to bring back customers who no longer have to commute daily to an office. Weekend ridership has usually been closer to pre-slamdemic levels than weekday ridership, which the MTA has suggested means people are taking mass transit for recreational trips, even as the commute to work dwindles. All right, so Omni. Okay, so all right, so here it is. AM New York Metro is in conjunction with the MTA present Ask the MTA, a column where MTA officials answer your questions about transit service in New York City. If you have a question for the MTA about subways, buses, commuter rails, and more, email ask the MTA at amny.com. So this person says, I finally started using OMNY. Do you have an app in development, or does one already exist that can tell you how many fares you have left on your Omni card or how many taps you can have left to go before hitting the lucky 13 ride? And this is from Marnie E. And the answer is we do not currently have an Omni app, but you can view your Omni card balances and track your progress toward reaching the fare cap with a free online Omni account, which is omni.info/register. Signing up gives users access to a secure, personalized dashboard where you can view up to 12 months of trip and charge history, manage payment methods, reload your Omni card, and protect its balance in case it's ever lost or stolen, dispute charges, and ask any questions you might have about the new tap and go system. And this is from Jordan Alexander, acting deputy director of Omni customer experience. And another question goes, when will the construction at 149th Street Grand Concourse be finished? Sean W says. And the statement goes, and the answer is the ongoing construction work at 149th Street Grand Concourse is scheduled for completion in December 2023. It's part of a wide-ranging project that will bring full ADA accessibility to the station for the first time, a major benefit for the surrounding community, which is home to number of major institutions like Lincoln Hospital, hostels, community, college, the Bronx General Post Office, Pregons Theater, and the Bronx Terminal Market. As part of the project, crews are rebuilding stairs to meet current ADA standards and installing a new 3-stop elevator that will connect the street upper platform and lower mezzanine. 2 additional elevators will connect the upper platform, lower mezzanine, and lower platform. This work was bundled with another elevator project at nearby Tremont Avenue, helping the MTA to deliver both projects faster and cheaper, a win-win for the MTA and our customers. And this is from James Bowles, Project CEO, MTA Construction and Development. And you can send in your questions at askdmca at amny.com. All right, so let's see. Let me make sure I cover the bases. Let me make sure I cover the bases. Let's see. All right. Yes, of course we're gonna cover 21 Savage and the other topics and stuff. Yes. Um. All right. So let's get to um. Yeah. Hold on. Let's get to chatting on the jazz right here. Let's go. All right. So, um, yes. So let's get to. All right. Let's get to. I know a lot of people chimed in on the on 21 Savage and stuff. So I'm gonna actually get do that first. Um, I'm gonna do that first actually. So hold on. Um. Okay. So. All right. 21 Savage, the idiot. Okay. 21 Savage has responded to fans' backlash regarding his recent comments on the relevancy of Nas. Taking to Twitter to briefly address the situation, 21 shut down the notion of him disrespecting a veteran like Nas and all those who came before him. I would never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me, he tweeted. Y'all be trying to take stuff and run with it. Several users rallied behind him, with some trying to give an explanation of what the I was rapper actually meant. Fans clarified that 21 Savage most likely understood the term relevancy as an artist who often gets played on the radio or in clubs. But there was also users who pointed out Nas' run of classic albums. 21 made the comments in a recent Clubhouse conversation, and it drew flack from several fans. I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like he got a loyal fan base. He still makes good music, he said. When asked about his definition of relevance, the rapper replied, mostly connected or appropriate to what's being done to be considered. Both 21 and Nas just released new albums. 21 and Drake's Her Loss opened at number one. On this week's Billboard 200, while Nas' King's Disease 3 with Hit Boy was met with critical and fan acclaim. Okay. And there's a few people that actually chimed in on this too, man. So let's get to there's a few people that chimed in. Let's get to Fabio Foreign. Fabio Foreign is the latest artist to push back against 21 Savage's recently shared thoughts on Nas. During a Twitter Spaces chat this week, 21 questioned Nas's relevancy in today's hip hop. He's not relevant, the Her Lost rapper said. He just has a loyal fan base. He just has a loyal fan base, and he still makes good ass music. While chatting with TMZ, Fabio was asked about Savage's comments, and he says that nigga Nas did too much to be disrespected like that. That's the GOAT where I'm from. And I was just on his album. He just got a Grammy for the album I just was on. The Brooklyn MC told the outlet, referring to Nas' 2020 album King's Disease, which featuring Fabio on Spicy. Fabio added, "When you a legend, you can do what you want. You come back when you want. You leave when you want. That's what it is." Also, Kodak Black also chimed in too. Has also called out 21 for saying isn't relevant. This motherfucker talking about Nas irrelevant. Kodak said on Instagram Live, "How the fuck Nas ain't relevant, homie? Niggas smoking dick." Oh shit. Oh man. He's smoking dick because of Drake. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh man, I'm dead. We from the projects, we from the trenches. We don't give a fuck about no fucking you did a Drake. We salute Drake. We love Drake. Okay, whatever. Fam, folks smoking dick. Nas that nigga. Wow. 21 has since hopped on Twitter to clarify his remarks, maintaining he didn't mean to throw any shade at Nas. "I would never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me. Y'all be trying to take stuff and run with it," Savage tweeted. Yeah. Also another person chimed in too. Micheal Rappaport. Micheal Rappaport actually chimed in, and Nas also chimed in on that shit too. So 21 Savage is now facing the wrath of actor and comedian Micheal Rappaport for his Nas isn't irrelevant statements made during a recent Clubhouse conversation. The comedian uh shared his thoughts on the whole situation on his I Am Rappaport Stereo podcast YouTube channel on Wednesday, November 16th, and dissed the Atlanta native for questioning Nas's relevancy in hip hop. According to Rappaport, 21's comments make sense when he's a rapper with a style straight out of Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat book. Cat in the Hat. Oh shit. Cat in the Hat book and nowhere near the level of the Queen's legend. Nas is not relevant, Rappaport said to start his rant. "It shows in your work, 21 Savage, and I'm glad you're making money. I'm glad you are able to take care of everybody, but it's so disrespectful." Um And he continued in quote, "I gotta be the one to say, how dare you to say that Nas isn't relevant? And we see why you would think Nas is irrelevant, 21 Savage, because when we listen to your music, it shows that you are not a big Nas fan. You probably ain't a Big Daddy Kane fan, an LL Cool J fan, a Beastie Boys fan, a Gangstar fan, You probably ain't a fan of any of them, and I hear it in your work. You are like Cat in the Hat. Oh shit. This is so laughable, folks. That's the kind of rapper you are. Cat in the Hat jumped over the bat and he flipped and he flapped yippity yap. Before I continue, I'm gonna post a question for you folks out there who actually heard about this whatsoever in the not only in the Insta story, but I'm also gonna post the question in the Instagram podcast show page off the Meet Rat Chainz New York podcast. I'm going to make a question and I want you to express yourself with your thoughts on what on what 21 Savage said about Nas being irrelevant. So you can jump in the comments and all that other stuff. So and you can also do the same with YouTube and of course Instagram Live, which is two of the live streams that I'm using right now. Okay, so um all right, so Rappaport's comments come after Fabio Foreign also chimed in on 21's controversial comments. TMZ caught up with the Bible rapper where he said Nas has earned the right to do whatever he wants. That nigga Nas did too much to be disrespected like that, Fabio said. That's big bro. Where I'm from, you know what I'm saying. I was just on his album. He just got a Grammy for the album I just was on. Of course, he continues speaking on Nas never being irrelevant. Nah, that's like saying it's like you a legend. You can do what you want. You come back when you want. You leave when you want. That's what it is. He can do what he want. Kodak Black already. Kodak Black had a more aggressive response to 21's comments and put him on blast for disrespecting Nas while also quoting lyrics from his 2002 song "I Can." Talking about Nas irrelevant. How the fuck Nas irrelevant, ho? He called him a hoe. Oh shit. Kodak Black ass. How the fuck Nas ain't relevant, homie? Nigga smoking dick. Did a fucking Drake album. Uh, we salute Drake. We love Drake. Okay, whatever. Nas that nigga, homie. I know I can. I know I can be what I want to be. Be I want to be. If I work hard at it, if I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. You crazy boy. The fuck? Nas that boy, homie. You tripping. Nas that nigga. Boy, you tripping, boy. The fuck? Oh man. Let me see who else chimed in on this shit too. I know there's a lot of people that actually chimed in too, but let me see. I know Nas also chimed in too, so let me just get to his comment. Let me get to his comment actually. Um, let me get to his comment. Hold on, let me see if I find it. Give me 1 second, folks. Yes, here it is. Oh man. So Nas has seemingly heard all the chatter surrounding 21 Savage's comments about him no longer being relevant and issued what appeared to be response. The Queensbridge legend hit up Instagram on Tuesday, November 15th, to share a photo of himself with a caption that simply read "Love," along with a crying laughing emoji, which caused a stir in his comments section. Um, 30 Summers, former NBA star Carmelo Anthony wrote in reference to Nas's King's Disease 3 track 30, the sequel to King's Disease 27 Summers. Another fan wrote a King's response. Let's see. 21 Savage came under fire earlier this week when he when he asked participants in a clubhouse call what their definition of relevant was, which prompted his controversial comments about Nas. I don't feel like he's relevant, he said. I don't feel like Nas is relevant. Chaos in the chat room ensued, and the Atlanta rapper went on to explain that despite Nas' supposed lack of relevancy, he believes the veteran MC has a loyal fan base and still makes good music. The heated discussion seemed to revolve around 90s rappers that are still dropping albums today. 21 Savage later attempted to clarify his comments on Monday evening, November 14th, after he became a trending topic, explaining he didn't mean any disrespect. And yes, I would never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me. Y'all be trying to take stuff and run with it. 21 wrote on Twitter while applauding Escobar. Apparently, you already are, man. You already did that. Apparently, you're really disrespectful. Like, what are you talking about here? Angry Nas fans voiced their frustration with 21's incendiary comments, including Nas's brother Jungle, as he stepped into the Shade Room's Instagram comments section to diss Savage. 21 Savage is trash. I'm glad Nas dropped KD3 so fans can hear real bars. 21, can you do something for me? He wrote. um Nas joined the Daily Show with Trevor Noah on Monday night, where he spoke further on maintaining his longevity in the young person's game that is hip hop. A friend of mine, called me today and said, "Yo, you realize how long you've been around and how much you survived and the things you've been through?" He said, "We just lost a hip hop artist the other week in Takeoff. I lost so many friends even before I got into music." Um, Nas released King's Disease 3 on Friday, November 11th. The album is um the third installment of his Hit Boy produced series that earned him his first Grammy award in 2021. The franchise has also been commercially relevant, debuting in the top 5 on the Billboard 200. Well, let's see. Speaking of 21 Savage, there's more stuff to talk about here. Um, yeah. So her loss, let me see. So her loss actually is yeah. So let's see. Yes. Drake and 21 Savage's collaborative album, Her Loss, debuts at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart, which was November 19th, with the year's biggest week for an R&B hip hop set and the fourth largest streaming week ever for any album. Her Loss launches with 404,000 equivalent album unit sales, no units earned in the US in the week ending November 10th, according to Luminate. Streaming activity drove the bulk of that sum to the tune of 513.56 million on demand official streams of its 16 tracks. Her Loss is the 12th number 1 for Drake and the third leader for 21 Savage. Drake now solely has the third most number 1 albums on the Billboard 200 chart since the list began publishing on a regular weekly basis in March of 1956. Ahead of him are only the Beatles with a record 19 number ones, and Jay-Z's with 14. Drake was previously tied with Bruce Springsteen, Barbra Streisand, and Taylor Swift, each with 11 number ones on the Billboard 200. Well, her loss was announced on October 22nd and then slated for an October 28th release on October 26th. Its release was postponed to November 4th. The set was released via streaming services and as an album. and as an album download via digital retailers. A physical release for the set on CD or any other format has not been announced. The Billboard 200 chart ranks the most popular albums of the week in the US based on multi-metrics consumption as measured in equivalent album units compiled by Illuminate. Units comprise album sales, track equivalent albums, and streaming equivalent albums. Each unit equals one album sale or 10 individual tracks sold from an album, or 3,750 as supported, or 1,250 paid subscription on demand. Official audio and video streams generated by songs from an album. The new November 19th, 2022 data chart will be posted in full on Billboard's website on Tuesday, November 15th. For all chart news, follow Billboard and Billboard charts on both Twitter and Instagram. Of Holor's 404,000 equivalent album units earned, SEA units comprised 391,000 equaling 513.56 million on demand official streams of the set's tracks. Album sales comprised 12,000 and SEA units comprise 1,000. Biggest week for R&B hip hop album in 2022. Her loss tallies not just the largest week for any R&B hip hop set in 2022, but the biggest since Drake's own Certified Lover Boy debuted at number one more than a year ago with 613,000 units on the September 18, 2021 data chart. Among all albums in 2022, her loss nets the third biggest week by units earned, trailing only the number one debuts of Taylor Swift's Midnights and Harry Styles' Harry's House. So fourth largest streaming week ever. Her loss captures the fourth largest streaming week ever for an album by total on-demand official streams of its combined tracks. Drake owns 3 of the top 4 biggest streaming weeks and half of the top 10 largest weeks. The numbers 1 and 2 biggest streaming weeks were logged by the debut frames of Drake's Scorpion and Certified Lover Boy. So Certified Lover Boy, respectively. Swift's Midnights debuted in number 3, and Lil Wayne's opening week with the Carter 5 is number 5. Number 6 through 10 are the debuts of Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentley, Juice WRLD's Legends Never Die, and Lil Uzi Vert's Eternal A Take. The second week of Drake's Scorpion, and the opening frame of Drake's More Life. Okay, so a dozen of number one albums. Drake's even dozen number one albums on the Billboard 200 continues to pull him closer to Jay-Z, who has the record for the most number ones among solo acts with 14. The Beatles have the most number ones among all artists, as the Fab Four has 19 leaders. Below is a list of every act with at least 10 number one albums on the Billboard 200 since the list began publishing on a regular weekly basis in March of 1956. Most Billboard 200 number ones, the Beatles with 19, Jay-Z 14, Drake 12. Tied is Bruce Springsteen, Barbra Streisand, and Taylor Swift 11. Tied is Eminem, Elvis Presley, and Ye, aka Kanye West, with 10. Her loss is Drake's second number one album of 2022, following Honestly Nevermind, which debuted atop the list dated July 2nd, less than 5 months ago, and spent 1 week at number one. He's the second act to notch a pair of number ones in 2022, following Stray Kids. The last act to score two number ones faster than Drake was Taylor Swift, who waited just 4 months between the first weeks at number one with Evermore and Fearless. Yeah, and Fearless, yes. Taylor Swift's Midnight falls to number two on the latest Billboard 200 after spending its first 2 weeks atop the chart. The set earned 299,000 equivalent album units in the latest tracking week. Little Baby's former number one, It's Only Me, dips 2 to 3 with 62,000 units, and Bad Bunny's chart topping on Verano Sinti slips out of the top three for the first time in its 27 chart weeks as it shifts 3 to 4 with 58,000 units. Joji achieves his third top charting effort on the Billboard 200, all of which have debuted in the top five, as Smithereens opens at number five with 57,000 equivalent album units earned. Of that sum, SEA units comprise 39,500, album sales comprise 17,500, and TEA units comprise a negligible sum. The set was led by the hit single Glimpse of Us, which became the artist's first top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 8 on the July 2 dated list. Okay, rounding out the new Billboard 200's top 10 are Morgan Wallen's chart-topping Dangerous, the double album, The Weeknd's The Highlights, of course, with Harry Styles Harry's House, Zach Bryan's American Heartbreak, and Steve Lacy's Gemini Rights. Illuminate the Independent. Well, I'm not gonna really read that one. I ain't gonna read that one. Anyway. I want to say a couple things about the whole thing with 21 Savage, though, man. Like, seriously. As I previously stated, hold on a second. As I previously stated yesterday, before the glitching happened, let me tell you something, man. First of all, your crazy ass don't understand the word longevity. And as I said earlier, yesterday, Nas made 15 albums. He made more albums than you. And for him to actually say that he's irrelevant, it's not only disrespectful, but it's just a slap in the face, man, to all the people that are Nas fans out there, man. It's a slap in the face. You feel what I'm saying? It's a slap in the face, man. And you over there in your little crazy ass bubble of Clubhouse out of all things and shit like that. Like, seriously, like, I get the fact that you already made 2 albums, compilation albums, and mixtapes and all that other stuff. Yeah. But I mean, you really got to do better. You have to do better than that, man. You should know better than that, man. You should know better than that. And that's why your ass is so fucking butt hurt right now, man. Man, it's just it's not even shocking. Shocking is not even the word. That's an understatement right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's an understatement right there, man. And you know, he still has a career, but you know what though, man? Like seriously, this is just beyond bogus to me. And I'm like in my head, like, yo, why would you say you're crazy for that shit, man? You're really crazy for this shit. Like seriously, that's not funny, man. Like you can't go around acting like you relevant. Like seriously. Like seriously, 15 albums Nas made. He made more than you. He's already relevant in my book though. So you gotta do more than that fucking mumble sauce rap. You gotta do better than that mumble sauce rap, man. That's all I gotta say on that one, man. So you know what I mean? So I'm just saying though. This is just it's just me trying to get this out though, man. Really, you have to do better than that, man. The mumble sauce shit has to go. All right. Next topic right here, man. All right, so let's get into it. All right, let's get into Blueface. All right. Blueface is in hot water, according to the TMZ website. So, a rep for Clark County Court confirms a judge has set Blueface bail for 50K. He's set to appear in court again on January 24th. TMZ just obtained video of the moment cops swooped in on Blueface and made an arrest. In the footage, you see Blueface and his girlfriend sitting on a bench looking at their phones, when all of a sudden a swarm of undercover officers run over and grab him and throw him against the wall. Blueface was arrested for attempted murder, and TMZ has video of the bust. Mm. The rapper was taken down and cuffed Tuesday outside Lolo's Chicken and Waffles in Vegas in what appears to have been an undercover operation. Eyewitnesses tell us 6 to 8 officers were in on the arrest, parked in unmarked cars. Um, as you see in our clip, they all piled on to detain him as a crowd formed. Blueface's girlfriend, Christian Rock, um, was also there and looked just as confused as everyone else. Cops on scene said they were executing an open warrant for his arrest. TMZ has obtained legal docs connected to the warrant, and their charges are serious: felony attempted murder with the use of a deadly firearm or tear gas. He's facing an additional charge of discharging a gun into a house building, vehicle, or craft. The incident that got Blueface arrested occurred October the 8th. All right. Up next. Um up next. Um we gotta talk about Jim Jones for a second. Um we gotta talk about Jim Jones for a sec. Um all right. Okay. Um okay, so Jim Jones has offered an explanation as to why New York City hip hop. Hold on a second. Don't know what the hell's going on here, but um what the hell's going on here? Hold on a minute here. Yes. So, what the hell is going on here, man? What the hell is going on here? Okay, what the hell is going on? All right, so we'll get back to that. We'll get back to it. Damn it. And I just hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is ridiculous, man. Why are they doing fireworks at this time, man? It's not it ain't the 4th of July, but anyway, I'll get back to Jim Jones in a sec, man. So let's go on to a person that was found in the freezer. Let's get into this shit though, man. This is pretty crazy and gruesome right here. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna get into that right here. So, a worker was found dead inside a walk-in freezer at a Brooklyn bakery Thursday morning after getting locked in overnight, police said. Muhammadu Dansogo, age 33, was discovered at 8:40 a.m. by a co-worker who opened the Bagels Bakery warehouse on Avenue D near Ditmas Avenue in East Flatbush, according to cops. He had no visible trauma to his body, cops said. The walk-in freezer was described as being like a meat locker, a police source said. I'm not sure how long you can survive in one of those, the source said. It's believed he was in the freezer overnight, a law enforcement source said. He was pronounced dead at the scene. This is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. Yeah, but not as crazy as this story here. Not as crazy as this story right here. Um All right, so police on Wednesday released surveillance video showing a man who pushed a woman to the ground in a quiet Queens neighborhood and would have raped her if not for a stranger, they say, who stepped in to intervene. The 47-year-old victim was attacked around 2 a.m. Sunday near 147th Street and Roosevelt Avenue in downtown Flushing, police said. Police said a good Samaritan happened to be walking in the area and intervened. That's when the suspect took off running. The victim was treated by EMS at the scene, according to police. Her attacker has since been cuffed, the NYPD says. That man, 41-year-old Wilson Kim of Queens, is charged with attempted rape, sex abuse, forcible touching, assault, and sexual misconduct in the case. Attorney information for him wasn't immediately available. That's sick, man. That's very, very, very sick, man. Well, hold on. You are a grown ass man, and doing you over there doing this? Yo, seriously, you really need to be. I'm sorry, man, but I can't stay on this shit though. All right, let's go to Eminem, man. Let's go to Eminem. Um, okay, hold on a minute here. The hell's going on here? What is going on with this shit, man? Like seriously. Seriously? Seriously? Hold on a minute here. This is ridiculous, man. All right, so All right, let's go to Billboard. Hopefully this doesn't blink out. Hold on. All right, so on Saturday night, November 5th, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted its 2022 class in grand fashion. Inductees included Dolly Parton, Eminem, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Duran Duran, Eurythmics, Lionel Richie, and Carly Simon. Judas Priest and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are also joining the Rock Hall with the award for musical excellence. And while little was known about what Eminem in particular would do to commemorate his induction, as is expected from the the reserved rapper, the surprises plural made for an even more impactful showing. Longtime friend and collaborator Dr. Dre had the pleasure of inducting Eminem, recalling the first time Jimmy Iovine called to let him know that Eminem was a white guy. That completely fucked me up, said Dre with a laugh. He continued to recount how nearly everyone tried to discourage him from working with the then unknown rapper, saying no one believed or saw the vision. I knew that his gifts were undeniable. Dre affirmed each of us was what the other one needed, and I was willing to bet my entire career on it. As Dre said, Eminem brought hip hop to Middle America. In doing so, he became one of the best selling and most celebrated rappers in music, evidenced by the Rock Hall video montage that included clips from Adele, Elton John, Rihanna, and more, all praising his unmatched skills. There was only one way to follow such a hefty induction, and that was with an even meteor performance. M delivered just that, ripping through hits like My Name Is Forever, Not Afraid, and more, while also featuring unexpected guests from Steven Tyler to Ed Sheeran. I'm not supposed to be here tonight, Eminem said Eminem following his set. One, I'm a rapper. Two, I almost died from an overdose. And three, I really had to fight my way through. Um, I'm a high school dropout with a hip hop education. Yeah. I can't believe this shit. And it already aired on HBO since November 19th of last week. Let's see. Let's see. He also had a long list of people that he had to thank. He also had a list of people that he had to thank though. Let's see. Let's see. He had a whole list of people. I forget. Yeah, he had a whole list of people. I'm just going to yeah, so okay. Eminem has joined the ranks of some of the world's greatest entertainers as an inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The best-selling rapper was inducted into the Hall of Fame by his longtime collaborator Dr. Dre on Saturday, November 5th. The West Coast rap icon signed Eminem, whose real name is Marshall Mathers III, in March 1998. Since then, the Detroit native has sold more than 200 million albums. During his induction speech, Dre recalled being shocked to learn that music executive Jimmy Iovine wanted him to work with a white rapper. Of course, that fucked me up. The former NWA member said of the memory before revealing that other industry figures had attempted to sway him from joining forces with Eminem. I knew that his gifts were undeniable. Each of us was what the other one needed, and I was willing to bet my entire career on it, Dre said. After the speech, Slim Shady took the stage to perform of some of his popular hits, including Forever, Not Afraid, and My Name Is. With his latest honor, the animated wordsmith joins a short list of hip hop artists who have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. I know I'm a rapper, and this is the Pete, and this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there's only a few of us right now who have been inducted in already. Eminem said in receiving the honor. To date, the only other rappers to be inducted include Run DMC, NWA, Jay Z, LL Cool J, the Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur, Public Enemy, Beastie Boys, and Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five. So continuing his speech, M said, "My musical influences, when they say it takes a village to raise a child, well, it took a whole genre and culture to raise me. They say success has many fathers, and that's definitely true for me. So whatever my impact has been on hip hop music, I never would have or could have done this shit without some of the groundbreaking artists I'm about to mention." He then went on to name his fellow hip hop inductees, as well as other hip hop acts he also believes he should be inducted, such as Two Live Crew. Earlier this year, Eminem earned his first Emmy alongside Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, and Mary J. Blige for their 2022 Super Bowl halftime performance. The 15-time Grammy Award winner is now only a Tony Award short of becoming an EGOT. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. That's interesting. Nah, he had a list of people that he had a list of people. I forgot. He had a list of people. I forgot though. I'm just gonna I'm just going to go to the part where he actually named a few. Let me see. This is nuts. Yeah, he had a whole list of people. Okay, let's see. Let's see. He had a whole list of people that he named. He had a whole list of people. I can't find it. Hold on. Hold on. He had a whole list of people. Some reason. Hold on. He had a whole list of people. He had a whole list of people that he included on Twitter. I forgot, man. Anyway, this is crazy. Yeah. Apparently, I can't find it right now, so I'll probably have to get back to it some other time. Anyway, let's get to Candy Crush. All right, so Candy Crush Saga and developer King is celebrating the game's 10th anniversary after over 3 billion downloads with new updates and features. Candy Crush Saga has today turned 10, and one of the world's most popular casual games is celebrating it with new in-game content. The developer of Candy Crush Saga, King, is promising celebratory features and updated, which include newly added audio tracks. Even after 10 years since its release, Candy Crush Saga is still among the most downloaded games in 2022 and cracks the top 10 most downloaded mobile games regularly. King was originally a web game developer, but after the massive success of Candy Crush Saga switched to mobile game development. Since 2016, King has been owned by Activision Blizzard. Candy Crush Saga. Candy Crush Saga is King's most popular game and was the successor of two other match 3 swapping games, Bubble Saga and Bubble Witch Saga. Since its release in 2012, Candy Crush Saga has expanded into a franchise, including upgrades and sequels like Candy Crush Soda Saga. Candy Crush Soda Saga and Candy Crush Friends Saga. To celebrate the 10-year journey of Candy Crush Saga, King is adding new features to the game. These include 12 new audio tracks created with the help of a live orchestra. These new tunes have been recorded at the Abbey Road Studios in London, the studio that most famously recorded the Beatles. Other than that, the developer doesn't reveal other details, but other players can find out when logging in. Candy Crush Saga is available on mobile platforms, Android and iOS, and these updates will apply to both. As Candy Crush Saga is celebrating its 10th anniversary, it has garnered more than 3 billion downloads. This makes it the most downloaded casual match game of all time and is in contention for the most downloaded mobile game ever. In August 2022, Candy Crush Saga was the fourth most downloaded mobile game with downloads in the millions or tens of millions, according to Candy Crush developer King. Each day, players are swiping the equivalent distance of 3.5 times around the globe playing Candy Crush Saga. Um, while the billions of downloads have accrued over an extended period of time, the Candy Crush community is still very active. According to King, hundreds of millions of players play Candy Crush Saga around the world, including myself. With 200 million monthly users, the game has been played on every continent and continues to be among the top grossing games. In fact, it has managed to take the top grossing game franchise in the US App Store for 21 quarters in a row. And of course, Candy Crush Saga is available now on iOS and Android devices, along with Candy Crush Soda Saga, Candy Crush, Candy Crush with Friends, and of course, I do believe they have Candy Crush Jelly. So make sure you go check that out. Download it to your Android, to your Android, to your Android phones, your iOSs, your iPhones, your iPads and your Android tablets. All right. So let's see. Let me see if I can actually find some other pages where I can actually this gotta be more to this. Um hold on a minute. Um yeah. Let's see. All right, so while New York is the birthplace of hip hop and for years was on top of the hip hop world, over the years, artists from different regions have come about and taken the mantle. It can be argued that Atlanta has been running hip hop for almost 2 decades. When sitting down with Mano on the Kitchen Talk podcast, Jim Jones shared why he thinks New York has been in last place for years. New York has been at a state of emergency when it came to our place in hip hop for a long time. We've been in last place, he said. One of the reasons is because we all know what New York is about. Everybody wants to be the man. Every few years, it's one person that's unanimously New York. Um, yes. Um, unanimously, okay. He continued. Jay would have it. Puffy would have it. Nas would have it. Then when 50 came out, 50 had it. It goes in those cycles. It's never been a united thing where everybody is helping each other to become unanimously that man. The discussion of the discussion of New York's place in hip hop has been a topic of conversation within the hip hop community for a long time. Puffy even shared Jones's sentiments on a trip to the Breakfast Club last month. And he stated, I'm here to deliver a message to New York artists, Puff began. Um, we have to press the hard reset button and get back to being us. I love that we know how to rap on trap beats. I love that we know how to rap on drill beats from London. But what are we rapping on that's coming out of this city? I don't want to sit back and see my city stay in last place and keep on following what everyone else is doing. Hmm. Yeah. Um yeah, that's an interesting point. That's an interesting point right there. He also was talking about some other shit too. Yeah, he was talking about some other shit too. I forget. He was talking some other shit too. I forget. Um, yeah. Let me look this up. I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay. Jim Jones. Um, calls and hold on a minute here. I'm sorry. Um, okay. Jim Jones calls for end to hip hop violence. Okay. All right. So let's get into what he was talking about here. Um, one moment. Okay. Jim Jones is calling to end violence in the hip hop community during his interview with Double XL, who asked him to finish a sentence in an interactive game. The phrase was, one thing hip hop needs to change is with the rapper finishing the sentence by saying, stopping all the violence. In an interview with Hip Hop DX earlier this year, the hip hop veteran told the publication he supports the belief with his views on the violence in the hip hop world. I stand on it, Jones told the outlet. We have more rappers getting killed than we have weeks in the year. Shit, my prayers go out to little TJ who just got shot up the other day, and I don't even know his condition, but it's terrible out there. Every day they talk about a different rapper that just got shot or was involved in a shooting or something like that. So yeah, I stand on what I said. Being a rapper in today's society is the most dangerous job in the world, which is the same exact statement that Takeoff was talking about. Now that's a coincidence right there. You have a 50% chance of making it as a rapper, and making it alive as a rapper is what it means. It's one for one, so you take that how you want it. Um so Salt from Salt and Pepper also shared her sentiments on the violence in the hip hop community. I think the pioneers need to come together on one accord and take the young artists, the young artists under our wing, Salt expressed. We need to speak out and not be afraid to talk about the violence and how it's affecting our community. At one point, it was one incident with Biggie and Tupac. 25 years later, you can count all the rappers being murdered, and it has to stop. Whatever we can do as auntie and godmothers, um, to help um the young people pull it together. It needs to change. It needs to be a change in the message in the music, especially when it comes to murder music, because it's manifesting for real. Yes, yes, this is true. This is true. This is exactly true. This is exactly true though, and I actually agree with this. All right, so 13 best hip hop songs for the week. All right, so we have week in and week out. There are plenty of brand new rap songs, no matter the time of the year. It can be really difficult to stay aware of what's out and also what's hot. So Double XL decided to make things much easier for you. Instead of sorting out nearly everything released this week, we've narrowed it down to strictly the best of the week, saving you plenty of time. Expect to see selections from the established stars, the next wave of new talent, the up and comers, and everyone else in between. If your song is fire enough to beat the competition, it'll take one of the weekly spots. You can trust us on this one. Follow our lead, and you'll never get laughed off the ux cord again. Your friend your friends will finally trust you with playlists. It'll be wonderful. In addition to that, you can check back every week for the latest and greatest tracks. You'll always have somewhere to turn to each week, being sure to find some songs you'll dig. And enjoy this week's list featuring new songs from Rod Wave, um Glorilla, Nas, and Hit Boy, and more. And Rod Wave has a single called Break My Heart. Glorilla, Nas and Hit Boy, Michael and Quincy, K Side, I Love Myself, Sleazy World Go, Vanish Mode. Oh man. So Fago featuring Gunna and DJ Khaled took off. Um, Dram, Ride or Die, Rob 49, Product of the Trenches. Shit Crazy Remix, Gucci Mane featuring Big 30, Set, and Matt Critter. Fabio Foreign featuring Russian, 1 on 3. Blue, What Type of Games? Spinning, Dougie B featuring B Love and Corday. Big Yavo, Dem Old Days. And I will actually get back to, I'll take a look at this next week. All right. So, in other music related stuff, we need to talk about Corrite. And yes, Corrite is okay, so let's see. So the future of music artists in Corrite. All right, so let's get into this. Um okay, so it's a for those of you who may not know what Corrite is, it is a website that is for independent music artists. And 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 of course, this is made for artists ruled by fans. Release your music with Corrite. Um, get funding and share the success with your fans. Of course, this is and how it works, you ask? You can share the success together. Create fan campaign, invite your fans to get support for your next release. Get backed by fans, use money you raise to market your music and engage with your fans. Share the success, get free distribution, and share the revenue with your fans. And of course, you can check out their YouTube channel on YouTube. This is Corrite 2022 Fan Power and Web 3. Turn your fans into backers. Corrite lets fans get a share of streaming revenues by investing in music they love. And you have complete control for artists. Of course, you decide the size of your own royalty advance and keep all the rights, distribution included. Listen, like it, back it, push it. Trust your ear. If you like a song, you can support the artist to make it a hit. Explore fan campaigns. Of course, now music can be truly shared. Corrite gives everyone daily data on how the music is streamed worldwide. So you can sign up for this actually on the website, Corrite.com. And case studies. You have Alan Walker, New Orleans. He's one of the biggest artists in the world with hits such as Faded and the viral TikTok hit PS5, and a massive global and growing following of 150 million across platforms. Um, since day one, it has been all about building a strong community of fans called the Walkers. With Corrite, Alan Walker was able to give back to those dedicated walkers who not only supported Alan by listening to his music, but also by co-creating artworks and the music itself. Fan power at its finest. Alan is currently on a worldwide tour, Walkerverse the tour. And of course, Oscar Stembridge. At the remarkable young age of 10, Stembridge was signed to a major label and started his professional career as a singer, songwriter, artist, and multi instrumentalist. He quickly became known performing at the biggest TV shows and events in Sweden. Stembridge joined Corrite in 2021 and has since gained impressive traction, teaming up with dedicated hardcore fans and new ones, of course. Since then, he's been booked to festivals in the US, open for Kings of Leon at Boardmasters in the UK, and won Rookie of the Year at the Dennis Pop Awards 2022. He recently released his debut EP 13. Um, um, and is already back in the studio writing music. Okay, so there's more. There's more actually. So there's more to this actually. So hold on. All right. Of course, there's Corrite.org. Of course, fan power to the people. Project CEO lets independent artists use their fan power to the fullest while getting their music on all major stream services such as Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, and YouTube. Yes. So let's get into all this. So you can share the success. The CEO project will let artists and fans join forces in a play to earn model, rewarding everyone for their contributions. Your contribution, yes. Artists about us and our product. So you have people like Kid Travis from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Santa Martinez, Augie Velarde, and of course, there's the roadmap, product roadmap, Q2 2022, fan power and song shares, NFT drops, CO wallet, fan power and song shares on blockchain. Q3 2022, CO token and fan missions. Public launch of the CO. Fan funding on blockchain fan missions. And Q4 2022 play to earn and hero projects. Artists created missions, new app design, selected artist drops. Of course, of course, the business team of Corrite on Matthias Tenblad, Emil Angerval, Emily Olsen, Niels Mo, excuse me, Niels Follin, Niels Follin, Charles Goldstruck, Alexander in marketing and business development. And advisors like L.A. Reid, Rico Love, and Van Aaron. And obviously, I already read all this already. So you can, let me see. So, let me make sure I get this right. Make sure I get this right though. Let me see. So what's this? Let me see. Yeah, you can follow Corrite on LinkedIn. You can follow them on TikTok. There's YouTube. There's Discord. There's there's Discord. There's Telegram. Facebook. There's Facebook. There's Twitter. And there's Instagram. So all these social media platforms that I just mentioned, yes, so you can actually follow them on those pages right there that I just mentioned. Now to make sure I get this again, this is LinkedIn. You can follow them on LinkedIn, TikTok. You can follow them on YouTube. There's Discord, Telegram, Twitter. There's Facebook. There's Instagram, and of course, there's TikTok. Of course, make sure you follow them. Telegram, and the rest is right there. So follow them on Instagram and all the other social media platforms right there. So that's Corrite right there. All right, so let's get into Ashton Kutcher. Let's get into Ashton Kutcher. I'm sorry. I just read, hold on. Ashton Kutcher. Okay, so Ashton Kutcher, right? The 44-year-old finished the marathon with a time of 3 minutes and 54 seconds, finishing in 8,139th place out of 47,743 runners who participated in the 26.2 mile race through the 5 boroughs. Leading up to the marathon, Kutcher surpassed his 1 million goal to raise funds to help fight child sex abuse through his foundation, Thorn. According to his fundraise page, in total, the That 70 Show alum raised $1,016,541.2. Kutcher partnered with Peloton to train for the race and bring awareness to his cause, launching a series in August in which he gets his cycling on with celeb pals like uh, Kim Kardashian. He revealed at the time that he lost 12 pounds while training. Um, The biggest change physically has been the transfer of muscle mass from upper body to lower body, he told Entertainment Tonight, adding that my wife Mila Kunis from Family Guy has been super supportive. Um, Kutcher explained that dedicating himself to the process has taught him that surrounding myself with a support system makes hard things much easier. Setting a pace that you can sustain is not the same thing as working as hard as you can, he said. Kutcher's big race came after he told people that he does genuinely enjoy running, noting that he's motivated by one victim of child sex trafficking that his Thorn Foundation has been searching for over the last 2 years. I put that kid on the other side of the finish line, Kutcher said last month, tearing up. I know she's out there, and I want her to know that somebody's coming for her. After conceiving the idea for Thorn with his then wife Demi Moore 15 years ago, Kutcher is celebrating the organization's 10th anniversary as he uses the NYC Marathon to bring attention to the issue. Doing it in the context of the New York Marathon opens it up in a way that you go, okay, well, let's talk about the marathon first because people like talking about running a marathon. Kutcher explained, it's our crazy thing that people do. Then when we talk about that first, it creates a bridge to have a conversation about this, to have a conversation about the conversation parents should be having with their children. Yep, that's true. That's true. Um, that's true. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, 10 richest rappers. All right. So I'm gonna actually get to that right there. So let me see though, man. Um so 10 richest rappers in the world and their net worth. So all right, we're gonna get into the 10. So let's get to all right. So nothing is more fun than updating this list every 6 months when new data comes out. Though it's usually the same players moving up and or down one or two places based on recent investments. We include all of the data we can get from publicly available sources. It may not be perfectly accurate, but it's pretty darn close. What you'll notice as you read along and find inspiring as an upcoming rapper is that it is possible. It is possible to become extremely wealthy as a rapper or hip hop artist. As you grow in popularity and income, you can break into Hollywood, launch other businesses like clothing lines, and excuse me, make all kinds of investments to increase your wealth drastically. Comparing this to the most streamed artist of all time is also quite insightful with uh two rappers featured in both. I will let you guess which ones. And the career of a hip hop artist, while a huge grind, it's often not even about skill, but rather about connections. Many spit rhymes for decades and never break through, but those who do have a great chance to join the following list of the top 10 richest rappers in the world. Number 10, Lil Wayne, $170 million. Wheezy was doing just fine as a Cash Money rap artist, but once he broke off from Birdman and started his own label, Young Money, things really took off. As a former member of the Hot Boys, he became the hottest act on Cash Money once Juvenile left the label. He also had a stint as the go-to guy for guest appearances, netting him tons of royalties. He's the first male to surpass Elvis Presley with the most Billboard Hot 100 songs, with 109 so far. He's earned his spot as one of the best selling artists of all time, and his finances will continue to soar as he keeps launching superstars like Drake and Nicki Minaj. Number nine, Pharrell, $200 million. Pharrell Williams got his break as part of the beat production duo Neptunes, and then pushed it higher as the lead vocalist of NERD. His production skills made him the go-to beat maker for hip hop and R&B artists for years. This ultimately landed him 10 Grammys and eventually Academy Awards. He also featured as a coach on the TV show The Voice. He now runs a record label and multimedia creative collective called I Am Other. To top things off, he's partnered with tons of international companies to create streetwear brands, sneakers, jewelry, sunglasses, furniture, sculptures, textiles, and so much more. He's on the grind for sure. Number eight, Master P, $200 million. Of course, Percy Miller made unbelievable amounts of money while his record label No Limits Records was owning the rap scene. He launched countless stars in that time, striking while the iron was hot and releasing as many as 10 times the number of albums as in previous years. He signed Snoop Dogg for a 3 album deal in the late 90s. He has broken into television, movies, and professional wrestling and can boost a portfolio that includes travel, real estate, stocks, toys, sports, cars, and other industries. He managed to do all this without winning any major music awards. He's the king of diversified income. Number seven, Eminem, $230 million. And Mathers is another Dr. Dre protege that spawned his own record label, Shady Records, and launched his excuse me his own set of superstars. He has earned 15 Grammy Awards and is the first rapper to receive the Academy Award for Best Original Song from his movie 8 Mile, in which he was the lead actor. Matters, 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 is an author as well. He'd absolutely be in a higher position on this list if he invested outside of music as much as other artists have, and not have been sued countless times. He's one of a few on this list to also feature on the best rappers of all time. Um, Number six, Drake, $260 million. Drake's career properly took off when Lil Wayne signed him to his own label, Young Money, in June 2009 and is now regarded as one of the kings of rap. He has won 4 Grammy Awards, including the Grammy for the Best Rap Album for Take Care at the Grammy Awards in 2012. He has also outsold several rap legends such as Jay-Z, Eminem, and Tupac. It is no surprise to see him high on our list of best-selling artists and most streamed artists of all time. Drake will surely continue to climb the ranks of our list. The real question is whether it will be thanks to his musical talents or his business acumen. He owns his own record label, OVO Sound, his own fashion brand, October's very own. Um, has done countless brand partnerships, and even launched a whiskey called Virginia Black. Oh man. He's also the global ambassador of the NBA team of his hometown, the Toronto Raptors. Yes. Number 5, Dr. Dre, $400 million. Andre Young makes a fortune from lots of income streams from countless royalties, launching proteges like Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, Eminem, and 50 Cent. His focus on creating other superstars has limited his personal output, as he has only 2 of his own album releases. This effort has also led him to be one of the top producers in the game. His early work with WNBA, Death Row Records, and then his own label, Aftermath Entertainment, earned him enough income and notoriety to pursue a career in the film industry. Philanthropy and entrepreneurship in the Beats by Dre headphones. His recent divorce is partly responsible for his drop on our list. You can read more um on this in our detailed post about Dr. Dre's net worth. And I don't know what to call him these days, Kanye West or Ye. $500 million. Ha. Of course, Kanye is a billionaire, no more. We all know Kanye. He got his break on Jay-Z's label, creating instrumentals for their albums. He was sought after by the most successful rappers for years for his beats. Ultimately, he was allowed to release his own record, which was a huge success, launching his career as an all-time top MC. Like others, he started his own record label, Good Music. He's won 21 Grammys, making him one of the most awarded artists of all time. His clothing line, Yeezy, has released shoes and other merchandise with companies such as Nike and Louis Vuitton. He's broken into acting, architecture, politics, design, and many other industries. There is controversy about his net worth. Bloomberg estimated his net worth at $6.6 billion at its peak, thanks to a whopping 4.7 negative billion dollar valuation of his brand Yeezy, following mega deals with clothing companies Gap and Adidas. However, Gap recently announced they would wind down the Yeezy partnership, while Adidas ended abruptly their collaboration. And obviously, I explained what happened with all the brands that dropped them in episode 200. If you didn't hear, you can check out episode 200, and of course, the stunt that he pulled at Skechers in episode 202. The brand condemned the anti-Semitic statements made by the rapper. Forbes estimated his net worth at $2 billion in September 2022, but has also reduced its estimation to $400 million following the drop of the Adidas partnership. Our estimate is a bit higher at $500 million. Number 3, Burner, $400 million. Burner is undoubtedly a successful rapper, releasing over 40 albums. Sheesh. Damn. Wow. So yeah, many of which have ranked in Billboard's top R&B hip hop albums chart. But he needs to thank his cannabis industry involvement for most of his net worth. Burner often attributes his entrepreneurial spirit to his family. He has been working since the age of 13 and also ran a cannabis club between the ages of 18 and 25. Gilbert Burner Millam was born in San Francisco to first generation Mexican immigrants. He got into rapping in high school and was soon signed on to Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Gang Records after releasing his first album under his own label In 2021, Burner announced on Instagram that he had been diagnosed with cancer. Thankfully, told his followers he was cancer free in March 2022. We wish him the best in his recovery. Yes. Number 2, Diddy. Diddy is a media mogul, which includes Revolt TV. His label Bad Boy Entertainment launched the East Coast King, the Notorious B.I.G., and other artists like Mace. He's not only one of the richest rappers, but one of the top 10 richest musicians in the world. He's had major success with Sean John Clothing Company, and line of perfumes. His reality TV show Making the Band was one of MTV's greatest shows. He's appeared in a handful of movies and invested in countless businesses, including premium spirits company Ciroc. His music has earned him countless awards, including 12 Grammys. Yes. And number 1, Jay-Z, $1.3 billion. Of course, Sean Carter has scored over 22 Grammys and sold over 100 million records, but that contributes just a fraction of his income when compared to what he earns from his label Rockefeller Records and his clothing line Rockaware. He also invests in several projects like the music streaming service Tidal and his company Rock Nation Sports, in which he's a licensed sports agent. He's the first rapper to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He holds the record for the most number 1 albums on the Billboard 200, which is currently 14 albums. He's now investing in smartphone apps and TV and films. Okay. I'm gonna do Ice Cube and the other things some other time. So I'm not gonna really do that today. Let's see. Let me see if I covered the bases. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yes. Dave Chappelle. Before I go to Dave Chappelle, man, let me get to Dropbox for a sec. Let's get the Dropbox. I'm gonna get that out the way first. Let's get the Dropbox. I'm sorry. All right. Where is it? Okay. Okay, Dropbox. Let me see. Let me see this. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I find that. Damn it. Yes, here it is. All right. So, tech brand Dropbox brings the corner store experience to Afrotech November. All right. So, on Tuesday, November 15th, Dropbox will host its first integrated experience at Afrotech titled The Drop. The Drop by Dropbox is a curated experience connecting Black brown tech professionals with their perfect role at Dropbox. The Drop details a virtual first look at the work environment. The event, of course, will feature new products Dropboxers have innovated, and attendees will connect with recruiters about interest in roles while enjoying music, drinks, food, and prizes throughout the day. The Drop How We Built This panel will feature a discussion of Black Dropboxer employee experiences, the Dropbox culture, and the impact on work products. The panel will highlight the importance of diversity and inclusive teams today. The panelists include Rianka Allen Jones, Ziane Clay Hubbard, Atiba Booker, and Zubair Lawrence, moderated by Brianna Gatlin of Swank PR. In between the panel, the drop will be hosted by Tubbs Kruger. No relations to, to Jason Kruger, folks. Oh shit, Kruger. Along with music from DJ 9 a.m. The drop by Dropbox walks attendees through the experience of shopping while receiving brand swag, DBX money, and multiple activities that engage in connection to the Dropbox brand. So yeah. Yes. And now, I got that out the way. Let's get to Dave Chappelle and Black Star. All right. All right. Hopefully it doesn't blink out though. Hopefully it doesn't blink. Okay, so Black Star and Dave Chappelle have been tapped to tag team this weekend's episode of Saturday Night Live. SNL announced over the weekend that the legendary comedian will host late night variety show on November 12th with the duo of Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def, and Talib Kweli appearing as the musical guest. Longtime friends and collaborators Chappelle and Black Star are renowned for their sharp cultural criticism and unfiltered political views. A main ingredient of the Midnight Miracle podcast they launched last year. The timing of the trio's appearance on SNL is perhaps no coincidence, considering the episode will follow the 2022 midterm elections, which take place on Tuesday. Chappelle previously hosted the show following Donald Trump's upset victory in 2016 presidential election, delivering a heavy-hearted yet typically humorous speech to the nation. That episode featured Chappelle and Black Star's close friends, A Tribe Called Quest, as the musical guest with Q-Tip and Cole, and delivering a powerful rendition of their protest anthem, We the People. November 12th episode could feel like a repeat of that night, depending on how the midterms play out. As things stand, the Senate remains a toss-up, while the Republicans are poised to take control of the House. According to Politico, Democrats are, however, projected to secure major victories in the gubernatorial race. Hold on one second. All right. Dave Chappelle's upcoming SNL hosting gig comes after heavy criticism over what many deem to be transphobic and homophobic jokes during his string of most recent Netflix specials. The 49-year-old comic was also attacked on stage by a bisexual man armed with a replica handgun and retraceable knife during a show at the Hollywood Bowl in May. Black Star, meanwhile, made their long-awaited return in May with the release of No Fear of Time, their first since 1998's Mos Def and Talib Kweli are Black Star. The 9-track project was produced entirely by Madlib and boosted guest appearances from Black Thought and Yummy Bigham, as well as a spoken word cameo from the late pioneer music critic Greg Tate. Let's see what else. All right, let's see what else. Yes, now we can get to our next segment right here. And that's Movie Man Cave Popcorn. Angela Bassett basically was upset. So here's what's happening. At the end of Black Panther, I didn't know. Hold on a second. Yes, whoa. That's not what I meant. At the end of Black Panther, I didn't know if it was hold on a minute here. I didn't know. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute here. Didn't I? Oh man. Wait. Okay. Story contains spoilers, of course. Nice. Black Panther star Angela Bassett revealed that she and the film's director Ryan Coogler sparred over the flick's plot twist involving her character Queen Ramonda, reported NDY. The 64-year-old Oscar nominee who plays the Wakanda royal matriarch is killed off during the film's climax during the confrontation with the villain Namor, played by Tecnot Huerta, in an effort to protect another character. According to Coogler, the sacrifice is the catalyst for Princess Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, to rise as the leader of Wakanda. Bassett, on the other hand, did not agree with the vision. I objected, she said. Yeah, I was like, Ryan, what are you doing? Why? You will rule the day. You will rule the demise of Ramonda, excuse me. People are gonna be so upset, warned the actress. He was like, Angela, I know, but look, to die is not really to die in this world. It doesn't really have to mean that, recalled the actress. All kinds of crazy things happen. According to Bassett, it was unclear whether she would be returning. Returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And at the end of Black Panther, I didn't know if I was coming back. I certainly hoped I would. I didn't die, recalled Bassett. Bassett added that in the wake of Chadwick Boseman's sudden 2020 death, she received a letter from Coogler. Ramonda now has got to step up, Bassett recalled the letter saying. She's got to be there for Shuri. She's queen. You are just a very important place in this movie. Well, yeah, that's crazy that a character got killed off though. That's crazy though. And speaking of which, obviously Black Panther Wakanda Forever still holds on to first place. And this is from Go to Buy website. Although there were only 2 new movies in wide release this weekend. Marvel's Black Panther Wakanda Forever held onto the spot quite easily, in fact, with an estimated $67.3 million, which is a hefty 63% drop from its opening weekend. It has grossed nearly $288 million so far in North America, and it has crossed $500 million globally as it added another $69.8 million overseas this weekend for a global total of $546.3 million. Of course, Searchlight Studios opened the dark restaurant comedy The Menu in 3,211 theaters on Friday, starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Ralph Fiennes, Nicholas Hoult, Hong Chow, John Leguizamo, and a large assembled cast. The movie brought in an estimated $9 million over the weekend, following its million in Thursday previews. This is the best opening for a Searchlight Studios movie so far. Although, to be fair, the rebranded Fox Searchlight has only been active for 2 years. You may have heard of Dallas Jenkins' streaming historical drama, The Chosen, based on the life of Jesus of Nazareth, or maybe, like me, you haven't. The first 2 episodes of its third season were released exclusively in 2027 theaters by Angel Studios on Friday, and clearly the series has a big enough fan base that drove people into theaters to the tune of $8.2 million, and its theatrical run has been extended to until December 1st. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Black Adam took a 44% drop to fourth place with $4.5 million and $157 million gross domestically. It's still playing in 3,372 theaters, but expect a bigger drop next weekend with so many other options entering theaters. The George Clooney and Julia Roberts rom-com Ticket to Paradise took fifth place with $3.2 million, a drop of 46%, bringing its total to $61.6 million, showing that the 2 A-listers still can bring people into theaters. Sadly, Universal's Me Too drama She Said, starring Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan, failed to find much of an audience, opening in sixth place with $2.2 million in 2022 theaters, which is only $1,113 per venue. We'll have to see if that disappointing opening affects the movie's Oscar chances, but it's par for the course of a weaker box office for prestige films. Yeah. So yeah. As another example, Martin McDowell's The Banshees of Inisherin was one of the films this weekend that lost theaters and took a deep plunge, although it managed to stay in the top 10 with $703,000. It has grossed only $7.2 million so far, but there is an option to re-expand it if it starts winning awards in the next month. UA releasing gave Luca Guadagnino's road drama Bones and All, starring Taylor Russell, Timothy Chalamet, and Mark Rylance, a platform release in 5 New York and LA theaters ahead of its wide expansion on Wednesday. It took in $119,916 or $23,983 dollars per theater, which is less than Steven Spielberg's The Fablemans did last weekend. And also filmmaker Elegance Bratton's semi autobiographical drama The Inspection also opened in 5 theaters in New York and LA, but that ended up with almost half of Bones, an estimated $66,000. We'll have to see whether A24 decides to expand the movie nationwide or keeps it in the the art houses until it starts seeing awards momentum. And it's probably little surprised that The Chosen ended up being the big spoiler in this weekend's Gold Derby box office prediction game, since only 11 players predicted none of these correctly for third place. Only 28 players had Wakanda Forever, making between $50 and $75 million this weekend, and less than half the players had the menu taking second place. Things got progressively worse from there, so I'll be genuinely shocked if anyone goes for 6 for 6. So yeah. All right, Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie. Okay. Yes. Yes, let me see how much time we got here. Let me see. Okay. Yes, Margot Robbie's all right, so Margot Robbie's Pirates of the Caribbean film is reportedly dead in the water. More than 2 years after people learned that the actress, age 32, was set to star in a spin-off installment of Disney's popular adventure franchise Robbie told Vanity Fair in its December 2022, January 2023 issue that the project is not in the works. The Babylon actress said of the spin-off, "We had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led, not totally female-led, but just a different kind of story, which we thought we would have been really cool, but I guess they don't want to do it." A rep for the Walt Disney Company did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. Yeah. The Hollywood Reporter first shared the news that Robbie would star in a new Pirates film back in June 2020. The project would have seen her reunited with Christina Hodson, the screenwriter for Birds of Prey. No, excuse me. Yeah, Birds of Prey, who was also set to write the Pirates spinoff. The franchise has accumulated over $4.5 billion for Disney, beginning with 2003's Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Multiple sequels followed the blockbuster hits, such as 2006 Pirates, Dead Man's Chest, 2007's Pirates at World's End, 2011 Pirates on Stranger Tides, and 2017's Pirates, Dead Men Tell No Tales. All the films are Johnny Depp as the swashbuckling Captain Jack Sparrow, with Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley, Jeffrey Rush, Javier Bardem, and Penelope Cruz co-starring in the franchise. And fans of Depp, age 59, might also have to wait a bit longer or indefinitely to see him don the cookie Captain Jack's hat once more. A rep for Depp told People in June that a report claiming the actor is returning to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise for a payday of over $300 million is false. The saga's producer Jerry Bruckheimer told UK outlet The Times in an interview published um, the previous month that his team was working on two pirate scripts, one with Robbie, one without. As for Depp potentially being involved, Bruckheimer A79 said not at this point, but the future is yet to be decided. Okay, let's get to some fun places to do for the weekend. Starting with Los Angeles. I have to get to that first, actually. Of course, obviously. So starting with wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna do three. I'm gonna do three of this thing. Actually, make that four. I'm gonna do four places actually. Um, so Enchanted Forest of Light, um, Discovery and Wonder will once again inhabit the illuminated installations in Descano Gardens holiday tradition. Each year, the Botanical Gardens nighttime experience masterfully mixes hands-on art installations with atmospheric luminescent forests, all against a background of uplit trees and shimmery sound effects. All right, so hold on a minute. I saw you. I saw you. I see you. All right, so let's get to the details. All right, so hold on. Descanso Gardens is located at 1418 Descanso Drive. No, excuse me, Descanso Drive, La Canada on Flint Ridge, 91011. And you can go to their website, which is www.descansogardens.org/programs events slash enchanted. And the price is between $34 to $40. Damn. So from November 24th through December 4th is all at 5:30 p.m. So um so that's basically all there is. So I try to get there as early as possible, get your tickets, and up next is what is it? What is it? We have the Holiday Ice Rink Pershing Square. LA doesn't typically seem like much of a winter wonderland until that is you create an ice skating rink right in the midst of downtown skyscrapers. Come glide around and pretend there's snow on the ground at Pershing Square's outdoor holiday skating rink, which returns after a nearly 3-year break. Skate rentals are included in admission, though blockers and skating aids cost a few dollars extra, excuse me. All right, so and Pershing Square Park is located at 532 South Olive Street, Los Angeles, California, 90013. And you can go to the website, which is holiday ice rink downtown LA.com. And and or you can contact the people at 213-624-4289 for more information. And the price is $20, which includes skate rental. And from November the 24th through December the 3rd, actually, yeah. Hold on. November 24th. Hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on a second. Yes, November 24th is from 11:30. No, it's from 11:30 a.m. Actually. This thing is freezing up. I'm sorry. This thing just keeps freezing up. So 11:30 ish. Yes, so it is from November 24th to the 25th. 11:30, November 26th through November 26th through the 27th, which is 10 a.m. November 28th through December the 2nd at 11:30 and December 3rd at 10 a.m. All right, so there you have it right there. Let's see. So LA Zoo lights. Of course, LA Zoo is staying open after dark. Most nights through January. During this charming light up holiday tradition, most of the oversized lanterns on display are inspired by the zoo's wild residents. And that's the case even more so than before with the event's new animals a glow tagline. Okay, let me just so this is from so this is until December 31st. That's for Holiday Ice Ring Pershing Square. Enchanted Forest of Light until January the 23rd. And then there's let me see. Let me make sure I get everything. All right, so you can all right, so the details. Okay, Los Angeles Zoo is located at 533 Zoo Drive, Los Angeles, California. And you could go to the website, which is www.lazoo.org/plan your visit /special experiences/zoo lights. And the price is between $34 to $39. Children between 2 and 12, $27 to $32. And the opening hours is 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. I think. Yes, 6 p.m. Yes. And I want to make sure I get this right. So from Friday, November 25th through December the 8th is at 6 p.m. All right. And don't forget to get your money ready. And of course, Winnie the Pooh, the new musical stage adaptation. The utterly adorable musical adaptation of Winnie the Pooh heads to LA for a 6-week run at Culver City's Kirk Douglas Theater. Kangaroo, Rabbit, Piglet, Owl, and most of all Pooh and Tigger all hit the stage as life-size puppets that look like huggable versions of Disney's animated takes on the double A million characters. During its East Coast run, our friends at Time Out New York called writer and director Jonathan Rockefeller's family-friendly show both charming and enchanting. Yes. All right, so you can go to so Kirk Douglas Theater is located at 9820 West Washington Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. You can go to the website for more information, www.winniethepoolshow.com/Los Angeles/index.php. Prices between $30 to $35 to $99. And of course, the dates and times for Friday, November 25th, for tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Saturday, November 26th, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 7 p.m. Sunday, November 27th, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Thursday, December 1st, 7 p.m. Friday, December the 2nd, 7 p.m. And Saturday, December the 3rd, 11 a.m. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go to we're gonna go to this one right here. All right, so the Seaport Winter Programming opens November 22nd on Seaport Square between Piers 16 and 17. Ice skate on a 40-foot by 92-foot rink under the New York City skyline. Attend the annual holiday tree and menorah lighting ceremonies or shop at each of the new pop-up experiences. To add to the festivities, holiday food, beverage specials will be offered at various locations within the Seaport. Winter programming will run until late February 2023. As you skate, an overhead light art installation designed by Ithaca Studio Aurora will mimic the Northern Lights. Skating is free admission. Open daily and skates are available to rent for a fee. Booking is open now at the website at the seaport.nyc/ice rink. Outside the rink, Chase Sapphire Preferred and Reserve members will be granted access to the Sapphire Heated Cabin. The holiday tree lighting, where the 30-foot neighborhood tree will be illuminated, will commence on November 29th at 5 p.m. on Fulton Street. Leading the countdown to the lighting are musical performances and a Santa appearance. So on Given Tuesday, November 29th, the pop-up Choose Love will open at 204 Front Street to change the retail experience by inviting visitors to shop from items like emergency medical kits, women's support and safety packs, hygiene products, and baby necessities, and that will then be donated to refugees across the world. For more events by Choose Love this season, you can visit the website at www.us.choose.love. Select restaurants at the Seaport offering seasonal specials include gingerbread Negronis by Dante's Negroni Bar, December cone of the month at Mr. Dips, or the Fulton's December 7th truffle dinner. Join a kids' gingerbread house decorating class by Malibu Farm, New York on December 17th, or an adult Christmas cookie decorating class on December 15th. The holidays are always a joyous time at the Seaport, says President of New York Region, the Howard Hughes Corporation, So Cheryl. We are excited to welcome the community back to the ice rink to enjoy skating along the iconic Lower Manhattan waterfront, plus the Seaport's many festive events, culinary offerings, and retail experiences, including a special feel-good opportunity to shop and give back to those in need this holiday season. For more information about what's going on at the Seaport this season, visit www.theseaport.nyc. All right, now some places to go. Places to go for the weekend. I got you. I got you. So for November 25th to the 27th, I got you. This is for the people that's in the New York area or the tri-state area. Starting Friday, November 25th, the Sun movie screening want to see a movie in theaters this Friday, but can't justify the ticket cost. Come see a free screening of Hugh Jackman's new film, The Sun, at AMC Lincoln Square. The film follows a father with his new infant trying to reconnect with his angsty teenage son after a discussion with his ex-wife. Big names in the movie other than Jackman include Laura Dern, Vanessa Kirby, and Anthony Hopkins. The screening begins at 6:45 p.m. and ends at 8:45 p.m. Tickets can be reserved at eventbrite.com before the day of the screening on a first come, first serve bases. Located at 1998 Broadway, Manhattan, New York. Black Friday Nature Walk. Don't feel like getting in a fight for the last discounted Apple TV on Black Friday. Embrace tranquility in nature after dealing with extended family at Fresh Kills Park in Staten Island. The walk is 1 mile on a gravel lined trail and covers the myriad of plants and animals that live in the woods, grasslands, and wetlands of the park. The hike is about 2 hours from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Attendees are encouraged to wear long pants and hats to protect themselves from ticks. Tickets can be reserved at the link that says here on the website of www.amny.com/entertainment/things to do. AMNY Weekender, November the 25th through the November 27th. All right. For free and cover entry for one car into the park. Located at 350 Wild Avenue, Staten Island, New York. Shaolin, Staten Island. Saturday, November 26th, comedian you should know, come laugh with new up and coming NYC based comedians at the Gutter Bar this Saturday. This weekend's lineup includes Django Gold from Conan, Maddie Weiner. Maddie Weiner. Oh my gosh. Maddie Weiner. Oh wow. Oh man. Oh shit. Yeah, Maddie Weiner from JFL. KC Aurora from Laughs and Zach Pooh from Sirius XM. Mike Lebovitz from The Last Comic is hosting. Doors open at 8:30 p.m. for the 9 p.m. show that lasts about 2 hours. Tickets are $12.41 and can be purchased on eventbrite.com or directly at the door for $15. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. Yes, and it's located at 200 North 14th Street in Brooklyn, New York. Letters Without Borders support immigrant artists this weekend. Letters Without Borders at the Culture Lab LIC is hosting an immersive mixed reality and traditional art installation to tell the stories of migrants living in NYC. The show features live poetry, music, audio, visual installations, avatars, sculptures, and more. Artistic include Clara Francesca. She's excited. Janie Rose, um, Zhao Yang Lee, and Sky Rolnick. Audience participation in the show is encouraged if applicable. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and the show begins at 6 p.m. Free tickets can be reserved in the link that says here in red. And it's located at 525 46th Avenue in Queens, New York. And last and finally, Sunday, November 27th, live figure drawings and tea pairing, art and tea. What's a better way to spend a relaxing Sunday? Soup Drawing Club is hosting a live figure drawing event at Chinatown Soup. Tickets are $38.77 and include a free tea, a sketch pad, and charcoal. They can be purchased on eventbrite.com. Be warned, they are in limited supply per class. The live model will incorporate several different poses and tea is meant to relax the art process. The drawing session takes place from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. 16B Orchard Street, Manhattan, New York. And Deaf in Manhattan, Deaf in New York walking tour. Deaf is a fact of the world, and Manhattan has a rich history of it. Led by author K. Crombie of Deaf in New York. Explored the indigenous Lenape burial sites, history of Amsterdam, British prisons, and the Revolutionary War, a funeral industry street, and more death and history along Lower Manhattan. Tickets are $34 and can be purchased here. The word here is highlighted in red, folks. The tour begins at 10:30 a.m. and it ends at about 1 p.m. and it's located at 4 Whitehall Street in Manhattan, New York. And also, Grand Holiday Bazaar come to a holiday market with over 200 vendors. The Grand Holiday Bazaar is a one-stop shop for specialty, handcrafted, and curated gifts one can't find anywhere else. From vintage clothing, furniture, candles, handbags, handmade jewelry, skincare, and more. There's something for everyone. A variety of food will also be available. The bazaar has shopping for a cause, with 100% of the profits not going to retailers goes to 4 local public schools. The market is open from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and is located at 100 West 77th Street, Manhattan, New York. All right, so I think that's it. For this episode right here. Yeah, I think that's it. Covered the bases already. So all right, so the very last segment of the night is going to be stream choices on the go. Yeah, not this one. Wait, hold on a second. No, stream choices on the go. There it is. Yeah, that's where I inform you where you could actually listen to the episodes on every streaming platforms and where you can follow the show on social media. So here it is. Yes, so you know what to do, folks. You like the topics that was discussed today or any previous episodes whatsoever. Go ahead and show your love by following Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my other shows that I do on a weekly basis, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast is also on Instagram, as well as Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, the review show that's also on there, as well as myself on the primary handle on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. And don't forget to turn on your notifications for details and more information on each episode is going to be dropping, so you won't miss a beat. All right. So, and you can also go to the link in bio where it says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. You're going to see a whole list of audio streaming platforms, including the one you can watch in video form. And you can also leave a voice message on anchor.fm/gmoneystacks/message. All right. And speaking of Anchor, that's where we're going to start with. So, starting with Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox Music, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcast, and you can listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes on Radio Public alongside with iHeartRadio, the number one app for video. No, excuse me, for music, radio, and podcasts. And also make sure you actually subscribe and follow the podcast shows that I am doing on every streaming platform that I just mentioned. You can make sure you follow Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast Sports Edition show on iHeartRadio, as well as Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, as well as Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show, as well as 99 episodes, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show with 39 episodes. I'm about to drop episode 40 after I get off the air. And I'm going to try to see if I could, if depending on how much energy I have to see if I could actually record the 100 episode of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. I want to have something to post for Friday and hopefully tomorrow, depending on how much energy I have from work, I'm going to try to see if I can actually record episode 101. So it's gonna be hectic. It depends on how I feel about my energy and how much I have left. So just bear with me on this. So and yes, last but not least, make sure you grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555. Click on the noti bell so you'll be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, alongside with leaving a like and a comment, and of course the time and reminder of when the recording is going to start. Of course, like I said, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that was discussed, and of course more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and of course in case you miss any of them, everything is all posted and uploaded to the YouTube channel page, so you can catch up on the episodes from there too. And also subscribe to my other two channels as well, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and of course Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast as well. And of course, don't forget to download these episodes. Very important to actually grow the show out. And of course, be sure to actually share the episodes, share the videos, and of course listen, stream, and watch the episodes. Tell a friend to another friend, and of course spread the word. Word of mouth is important. And of course, be sure to share the podcast along with the link that says Linktree / G Money Stacks 555 with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your friends, and the people that you are cool with from work or anywhere else where you meet people. All right. And that's going to do it for me. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much and tuning in and listening and rocking and hanging out with me on the 208th episode. On the 208th episode of this New York podcast. And of course, remember, the grind doesn't stop. If you want something, you have to work hard, and you have to be on your P's and Q's, and you have to earn it. New York wasn't built in a day. And also remember, follow your goals and dreams. Don't let anybody stop you from doing what makes you happy mentally, physically, spiritually, and of course be on your P's and Q's and with a spark that gets you into your zone creatively speaking, alongside with tunnel vision. And don't let a hater tell you what you can or what you can't do, or try to make you into something that you're not, or whatever. And don't let a hater have you have suicide thoughts though. Don't do that. You don't want to commit suicide, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. And I am going to be out of here. Let me take a look of what this person said. Let me take a look. Hold on a minute. What the heck? Okay, I don't know what this is all about here, but this is getting out of hand. This is wait a minute. Now I don't know what this is about though, but anyway, let me just get out of there. Let me just get out of there though, man. This is getting out of hand. Anyway, man. Look, that's gonna do it. I'm off this shit. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed the parade and all other stuff. And I hope you enjoyed the three things to do for this weekend. The people in California and the people in New York, other great stuff. You want something to take your mind off of stressful situations, whether it's family related, whether it's stress from work, whether it's having multiple jobs that's stressing you out and making you feel drained and lack of energy and all that other stuff. There's like simple stuff that you can do for the 3-day weekend, all right, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all right? So that's it, man. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace and one love. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in all over the world, international, especially USA, especially Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, and the 5 boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. All right. I'm out of here. Thank you. Peace and one love. And have yourselves a good night, folks.